Well, take a moment, go get your favorite brew, and join me on this next video. Welcome back to the shop. I have a project here. It's more of a personal project. I've got an ammo can where I have stored a bunch of axe heads. There got to the place where I've had so many axes here up on the wall and in my box here. And I thought, why am I continuing to hang heads on these handles when I have so many already to use? These here are things that I don't want to get rid of, and there is a value to them. So I thought I'd store them in some used motor oil, and I need to archive them. And I thought I'd make a video archive of these so that I'd be able to remember them in another year or two when I think, well, what is in there? Is there something I want to pull out of there? I'll be able to refer back to this video. All right, I think I want to try to do the biggest heads first. I have an interesting one right here in the center. I don't know where it's from. At first I thought it was rather generic, and it may still be, I don't know. I can't make out what it says right there. We're going to weigh it. It might be a 4. I don't know if that's what this is, but on the back right here it says US 03. So I don't know if that's a 3-pound axe and it's made in the US, if it's a military axe. I'm not really sure. But let's go ahead and get the scale turned on, and let's go ahead and weigh it. Well, that would be 3 and almost a half. So that's 3.5 pounds on this axe head. And again, I'm not really sure. I don't see any maker's marks anywhere. So let's go ahead and put this down in here, and we'll start that one and make that axe number 1. The next one here, this one here is pretty good size. I am not sure again. I don't have a maker's mark on this one. I always like these with the high cheeks right here and how it tapers in. It's supposed to reduce friction when you're felling, but I cannot see any markings here or here. I don't see anything down here, so I don't really know who made it. All I'm going to know basically is its weight. So let's check it out. And that's 3 pounds 3 ounces. So that'd be about 3¼ pounds head. So anyways, at least we know some of what we have. So that would be axe number 2. Let's go ahead and set that in here. Let's go with this one here now. This one is the newest one. I don't know if you saw my video on the haul from the flea market, but this is a Ward Master Quality. It's from Montgomery Ward. Montgomery Ward preceded Sears by about 27 years and was a mail order catalog, and these were the axes that were produced and sent out. And so I don't know how old this is. What's really interesting to me about this is when you start reading in the history of the axes, Montgomery Ward, Sears, Norland, Plum, and so many others actually commissioned their axes to be made through Man Edge Tool Company in Lewiston, Pennsylvania. So as far as I can tell, this is an axe head that was made by Man Edge Tool Company. And if you'll remember, there's another video that I did earlier about a Pulaski that was also made by the Man Edge Tool Company. So as far as I know, this is made by Man Edge Tool Company, but it comes from Montgomery Ward, and it looks like it's exactly 4 pounds. So we have a 4-pound axe single bit from Montgomery Ward, and this would be Axe 3. Put this in here. It's all been cleaned up. The rust has been taken off. I have several here that are plums, and I did an axe video. I cleaned up a plum. Yeah, it's these right here. So it's this one, and this one, I believe. I'm gonna start with the cleanest one, really. This is a plum 3-2, it says. Now I learned something recently. That means 3.5. That 2, you're supposed to put a 1 in top of it, and so it would be 3.5 pounds. So we'll weigh it and see exactly what it is. But that is a plum, a little over 3-pound plum, actually 3.5 pound plum axe head, single bit. And wow, that'd be about right. So that's 3.5 pounds, and that is identical to the axe that I restored with the reddish handle on it. And I have actually 3 of these, not including the one that's on the handle. So I have 3 with the one, or 4 with the one on the handle. The other one I have is this one here, which may end up being the exact same. You can tell the bit is worn a little more here on this one, but it does say plum right there. I don't see any numbers. So let's go ahead and weigh it and see what we have here. That would be not quite 3.25, so I'd probably call it a 3-pound. So this would be axe head number 5. We'll put that down in here. The other plum, which I think is pretty much the exact same thing as this one, but it is very badly pitted. Kind of see the plum logo right there, but there's a lot of pitting. It would take a lot of work to get this cleaned up, but this would be axe number 6. Let's go ahead and weigh this one, get an official weight on it. That's not quite 3.5, so a little over 3.25. So I don't know, it may have been a 3.5, and because it had been ground off a lot, it may have reduced the weight. So let's put that up there. Let's put this one in there, and let's go to the next one. The next largest one, I think, is this one right here. Now I cannot see any markings except for right there where it says made in the USA. Other than that, I don't see anything here anywhere that would indicate a maker or a model or a brand. All I can see there is that it's made in the USA. So this would be axe number 7, and that's a little over 3.25 pounds. So I don't know, I'm kind of partial to it. It just looks very, very old. It might have even been, I don't know, it might have been after 1947 or 49, whenever that was that they had to mark them. It may have just been a maker who was proud of what they produced, but I cannot see any other numbers or names on there. So we'll go ahead and put this one in here. Now, looks like we have maybe room for one more, and I don't know. Yeah, that'll take a large one. This one here is also a new one. And I don't see any markings on it as well. So I'm not sure. It looks like it's been pretty well taken care of. I do like these high cheeks right here. So I don't know, almost looks like a Hudson Bay style. So I'm not really sure how to categorize this. But anyways, I think it will, I don't know, I just want to keep it. Let's see what it weighs. This one weighs in at exactly 3 pounds pretty much. So let's slide this one down in here. Now the rest of these, let's start with this smallest one here. Again, I don't see any markings on this except for right there where it says SW. I don't know if that's somebody's name. I'm not sure who put that there. It just looks like a little camper's hatchet or a Boy Scout hatchet, but I don't see any indications of who made that. But I do want to keep it, so we're just going to set it right in there. This next one here is very interesting to me. It says Gamble's Artisan right here at the top. That blue looks like some of my Swedish axes that I have, so I don't know if it is a Swedish axe. If you know, maybe you can tell me. There's some markings right there, and maybe I'll look them up after I make this video. But right here we can kind of get an idea that I think it comes from Sweden because of that blue paint. I don't know of anybody else that did it that way. So let's get weight on this one. That is pretty much, well, it's what would that be, 2 3/4 pounds pretty much. It's more than 2.5, but not quite 2 3/4. So anyways, I think it's worth keeping and collecting. So let's set this down in there, and we will have that to refer back to. I'll put this down in there. Let's get this little wire out of here. There we go. Hope I can get the rest of these in there. Now let's look at this one. This one here, I don't see any markings on at all. It has a very thick bit, so I think it's more for splitting. It's probably the size or weight of a boy's axe, but I cannot see any writing up here on the pole. I don't see anything here on the cheeks, so I'm not really sure where it comes from. But let's go ahead and take a weight. So that would be 2.5 pounds. So we have 2.5 pounds, which would qualify as a boy's axe. So let's set this in there. I don't know how best to do that. We'll see here. I don't know if I'll get these others in here at all. This one here does not have, I guess it looks like it might have a P right there. I can't really tell very well. This is an axe head I found when I was in an abandoned field. It was an open field that hadn't been developed yet. I should say an underdeveloped field. And some friends and I were digging to make a fort. And I found this axe, and I took it home, and my dad says, well, we don't have an axe. This was when I was really young, and we'd just moved back here to the area. So he took it and put it on a handle, and he painted it red, and the only reason I'm keeping it is because it belonged to him. So I am going to put it here, and we'll archive it. Let's go ahead and weigh it and see what we have. That's 2 3/4 pounds there, so that's a pretty good size axe. So now let's see if we can do this very last one. This one here, again, it's hard to read. I don't know if that says panther or what that actually says there. It's very hard to read, but it's very pitted, really badly pitted. I've gotten all the pitting out of it, but you can see that this bit right here, that's not chips, that's just rusted. So you'd have to grind down. Usually the tempering, the tool steel comes back quite a ways, so it could probably be restored, but it is very, very pitted. So let's see what we have here as far as weight. So that would be about a little over 2 1/4 pounds on this. So anyways, it's nothing fancy, but this gives me some kind of an idea now of what I have in here. I'm going to cut this video right here and see if I can't organize these heads a little bit better, and I'll come right back to you. All right, we've got them all in here. Got them all submerged except for this one, and it's just the pole, and it's one of those no names with a lot of pitting on it. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and put this lid on here. Probably be kind of fun to take all those weights and add them up and see just how much is in here. But anyways, there's my axe storage, and now it is inventoried. Thanks for joining me on this. Click the thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next video. Have a great day and God bless.